Hello, dear friends, and as promised before, I'm coming out with something on niche. Many of the trainers are confused about niche, and if you go to your coach or if you go anywhere, anyone who's an expert will first ask you what's your niche. Yes, and there is a lot of noise around niche. So today, this video is an attempt in order to make this confusion a bit less and to bring in some kind of a clarity for you. Yes, so let's begin. What you see on the board is four circles, right? GLNP. Yes, GLNP. This is nothing but a set of four circles called as ikigai. Yes, what's your ikigai? Let's not get too technical or too scientific, but my attempt in this video will be to keep it as simple as possible. Yes, you may also ask me any questions. First, watch the entire video. If you do not watch the entire video, you are still going to be unclear about your niche, and not being clear about the niche will directly affect your bank accounts. Yes, because you are not going to get business if you do not know what's your niche. So the first circle, the G stands for what are you good at. Yes, you need to know what am I good at. Like, am I good at dancing? Am I good at teaching? Am I good in sports? Am I good in writing poetries? Am I good as a traveler? Yes, you need to know what are you good at. Second, the second thing that you see here is uh, love. L stands for love. What do you love doing? Now, many of us get confused between what am I good at and what I love doing. So, many a times we'll say, whatever we are good at, I love doing that. No, being good at something and loving something are two different things. I may be really good at dancing, but I may not love teaching how to dance. Yes, I may be really good at maths, but I may not really be good at teaching maths. Yes, so you need to know also what do you love doing. The third is N, needs. Now, what does the society need? What does the world need? What does the humanity need? You need to know that. And how will you know that? By doing some research, by speaking to people, by being aware, by seeing something in the news, by looking around, by being observant, by keeping your eyes, nose, ears, everything open. And then you will come to know what is the need. Yes, so the first two circles that you see is something looking inwards. Okay, something looking inwards. And also the people who are very close to you, like your parents, your siblings, your friends, if you ask them, they are the people who are watching you, observing you as a third person for quite a long duration of time and for quite a good time. So you can even ask them. Yes, but not necessarily you have to completely depend on their opinions, but that is just to validate. So the third is N. Now N is something that you look outwards. What is happening around the world? Okay, what is the need? What is the pain? And if there is something that I am good at, I love doing, and that can solve the need, that can solve that problem, that is where I am coming close to my ikigai. But there is yet a fourth circle, that is P. Now P stands for, will that service of yours get paid? Will that service of yours get paid? Now, if you are financially very stable, you come from a royal family and you have a lot of heritage of property and millions of dollars in the bank account, you need not worry about the fourth circle. But if you have financial goals, okay, you have financial goals for yourself, for your family, for your spouse, for your children, for your parents, the fourth circle is also very, very, very important. Yes, so for example, the need in the society can be that people want to be motivated. Yes, people are very depressed, people are anxious, people are full of negativity, and that is affecting their productivity. That is a need. And Say supposing you are good at motivating others and you also love motivating others. Yes, and people also need it, but they're not ready to pay for it. They will like to watch something on YouTube, some motivational video, some motivational reel, but they're not ready to pay for it. So that does not become your niche, that does not become your ikigai. Again, I am saying conditions apply. If you have financial goals, if you do not have financial goals, you just want to keep serving selflessly, yes, you don't worry about the fourth circle, don't worry about the fourth P. But if you have such goals, then you need to take care. And this intersection of all the four circles that you see is your ikigai, it's your niche. So I hope there is some clarity. We are going a little more further into this, and I'm coming to that. Let me just bring that up for you. And where is it? Okay, okay, no, not yet. This is the exercise. Okay, so guys, even before going further, this was just to give you some background clarity on niche. Now, niche is as simple as who and what. Just two W's. You just need to answer the two W's. Whom, who do you want to serve? Who do you want to serve? And what problem do you want to solve for them? So, answer this question for yourself as you're watching this video. Whom do you want to serve? And what is the problem that you want to solve for them? Yes. Now, looking at those four circles of ikigai, you first need to know what are you good at and what do you love doing. Just being good at something does not mean that you love doing that. Yes. So it has to be a match of both. Then you see, okay, who are the people in the world? Who are the people in the society? This becomes your market segment. This becomes your market segment. You cannot solve all the problems in the world. Yes, you cannot solve all the problems. You may not be passionate or you may not be skilled to solve all the problems, but there are some problems that some people are facing which you are good at, which you love doing, and you can solve those problems. Yes, so find out that who. Now the who can be anyone. Who can be students, who can be couples who are facing a problem in relationships and you are really good at, convincing people. You are very good at patching up people. You have very good temperament, you have very good patience, you are very good at making people understand. Yes. So couples, that is a target segment. Target segment can be business owners. Yes, they do not have the clarity on how to set the business goals, on how to set the processes. The target audience can be salespeople. They do not know how to sell, and that is a problem you want to solve for them. So, who and what? What is the problem that you want to solve for them? As simple as that. Now, the second thing that I have written here is niche, and a question mark is there. If you see, there is a question mark. Now, many people say, Elvis, so should I serve only one target audience all my life, and should I solve only one problem? But I can do so many things. I can do A, I can do B, I can do C, I can do D. So, guys, this is a very huge temptation for everyone, including me. Yes, there is always a temptation to jump from A to B and from B to C and from C to D and to become a jack of all. Yes, niche is, guys, does not mean that you stick to only one target audience and one problem. You can definitely move to other target audience and solve other problems. You can also solve other problems for the same target audience, multiple problems, but you need to start with one. You need to start with one. For example, Tata's just began with selling salt, but today they are into everything. Reliance just began with petroleum. Today they are into everything. Amazon just began with, as a book reading platform, but today it's on everything. Yes. So book my show. Just yesterday I was watching a video. It just started by showing movies, but today they are also 40% of their business comes from live events. Like the recent Coldplay was organized by the event management team of Book My Show. Mr. Ashish, who is the owner. So niche, you begin with one, but you grow into others. It is same like, guys, your clothes. When you were in fifth standard, you wore a particular dress. Do you have that still with you? You don't have it, right, in your cupboard. You have thrown it out, or you have used it for some other purpose, or you have given it to someone. So as you grow, guys, as you grow, you change your niche, or you get into multiple niches for the same target audience, or even for different target audience. Yes. And to make it more clear, the other day one trainer asked me, and in order to explain to her, I used the analogy of a husband and wife. So she said, Elvis, hey, I am a so and so trainer, and if I get a requirement of some other topic, should I take that? Because now, if I am a trainer only on NLP, should I do a sales training? Should I do a team building training? Should I do a leadership training? So, to solve this query of most of you trainers, listen to this very carefully. Look at an example of a couple. Okay, you as a married couple, a husband and wife. Now, just because the wife is married to her husband who is a male, does it mean that she does not talk to any other male? Does it mean that she does not talk to the watchman? Does it mean that she does not talk to the dudwala? Does it mean that she does not talk to the grocery shop owner? Does it mean that she does not talk to any other male? No, right? But she is committed and dedicated to that one person whom she calls as her husband. That does not mean she does not talk to other male. Similarly, guys, your niche, for example, if you are a communication trainer, you do communication training, you position yourself as a communication trainer on social media, on different platforms, in your elevator pitch, on your profile, on your website. But in case tomorrow, if you get another training on team building, some client says, hey, can you do a team building? You do not say no, you take it. So, niche, guys, is basically one thing that you run after. But if something else comes on your way, you do not say no, you take it. Yes. It's also the question of pipeline. If you have a good pipeline of clients, yes, you are very busy that with that, you can then say no to them. But if there's a cash flow problem, or there is a pipeline issue, there are not many clients in your pipeline. Okay, you also need to run your kitchen. Remember that. Yes. So you do not say no, you take it. I hope that makes it very clear. Now we are going a little more deep into this, so that after this video, you do not have any questions on your niche. And I want you guys to take this video as a, what you say, as a worksheet. Take this video as an exercise, and while you're listening to this video, note down what's your niche, who's your what's your what. Yes. Now let's move a little more deeper. Let me check what I'm going to tell you next. Okay. So fine. Okay, guys. So let's do a small exercise. Yes. Now this is practically, you will have to do this on your with your notebook and pen. Yes. So the exercise is, the step number one is, find out five such professions, the people whom you would like to work with. Okay, the professions can be medical professionals, it can be business owners, it can be scientists, it can be teachers, it can be what do you say, it can be newly married couples, whatever. Five such professions or categories of people whom you like. Okay, whom you like to talk to, whom you like thinking about, whom you like solving their problems. Like, the first criteria is like. Okay, so note down such five professions. The second step is, make a table. As you see here, there is a table. Yes, make a table. The first column is all those professions which you have noted down in step number one. Okay, so note down one, two, three, four, and five. And next, now the second column in this is liking. How much do you like this profession on a scale of 1 to 10? Just write down the score. Okay, just write down the score. It can be 3, it can be 5, 7, 8, 10. The third column is paying capacity. What do you think is the paying capacity of this target audience? Okay, now paying capacity is always 10% of whatever they earn. So for example, if you say teachers, okay, teachers, what do you think is an average salary of a teacher? Average salary of a teacher, let's say 50,000. Okay, 50,000 is their average salary monthly. Now, if it's 50,000 monthly, yearly, how much it will be? Around 6 lakhs. And what is the 10% of their annual income? So 10% of their annual income is 60,000. So their paying capacity is 60,000 for your service, for your whatever you are offering them. 60,000. That is how you find out the paying capacity. The third is growth. Just check this target audience or this particular sector that you have chosen to solve the problem for. What is their growth trajectory looks like in the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? Fine. So you can use Google, go on Chat GPT and find out, yes, what is their, what is the predictions about this sector. For example, if you take your liking for IT professionals, okay, IT professionals, and you now know that India is progressing, India is already, reached a 4 trillion economy, and there are a lot of developments, a lot of development happening in software. So go and do your research and find out the growth, okay, and mark it on a scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 is the lowest, 10 is the highest. The fourth is problem. Now what problem do you find does this target audience have? For example, IT professionals, maybe the problem is handling pressure, handling stress. There are very, tight deadlines to complete the project for their offshore clients. Yes, so stress is a problem. Yes. And the last column that you see is skill. Do you have the skill to solve this problem of stress? Stress, by the way, is not a problem. Some amount of stress is good, but if it crosses a particular limit, then it needs attention. So do you have the know how? Are you passionate about solving that problem? So write down your skill sets on a scale of 1 to 10, and also write down in particular what are the skills that you have to solve this particular challenge. Rather than problem, let's call it a challenge. There are no problems in life, there are only challenges in life which can be overcome. Yes. So similarly, do it for all five, and then whenever you find the maximum matches, yes, that's going to be your niche. So step number 3 in the same exercise is telling us that skill set currently that you have. Write down the skill sets that you currently have to solve those problems. Step number 4 is check the match. Problem and skill set, where is the match, where is the maximum match? Step number 5, even if you do not find any skill, if you find that no skill is matching, but is there a problem that you are passionate about to solve? Currently, you do not have any skill, but you are passionate to solve that problem. Okay, write down that, and then find out ways. What books can you read? Who can be your mentor? What courses can you take? And go and learn that and become an expert. Yes, the simple way to become an expert is any problem you want to solve, the solution for it, go and read 10 books, go and attend 10 courses, go and attend 10 web events. You become in the top 1% who can solve that problem, because normal people on an average do not read the same book on the same topic. Yes, so that was the 5 steps. And now, lastly, it's gone a little upside down. Just a minute. Lastly, what I want to tell you is, okay, so these are a few tips in the form of questions which will further help you to give a perfect close to this confusion that you are always having about the niche. This attempt of this video, guys, by the way, is to make sure that after this you should not never have this question in your life that what's my niche, and you should not be running after mentor to mentor and coach to coach that, hey, I don't know my niche and help me find my niche. So check these 4 things, guys. First is past. Check your past, go to your past. What is that people told you that you are good at? What is that your parents told you? What is that you felt when you were in school? What do you think you are really good at? Yeah, check your past. Second is comfortable. What are you comfortable with? Yes, what is that something that comes very naturally, very spontaneously to you? You do not need to push yourself for that. Yes, because that is probably the gift that you have to serve the society. It's a god given gift that only you have. Yes, you find it very comfortable. For example, uh, speaking in public is a fear of many, but for me, I love speaking in public. I love speaking in public. Yes, but I'm not that great at maths. But there were so many in my class who were really good at maths. Maths would just flow on their fingers. Yes. So every person has some gift. Find out what is that comfortable you're comfortable with, because something that you're comfortable with, that comfort is a sign that that's your calling, that's your gift, that is what you need to use in order to serve the society. And when you serve the society in return, as a reciprocity, will help you, will pay you for your service. And the third is, guys, future. Your future has There are clues of your future in the past. When you look back to your past, you will find some clues for the future. Yes, because your past is speaking about, it is directing towards the future. So look at your future. And the fourth is, guys, that sheet. Fill that sheet, what I mentioned to you, with the 5 columns. And this entire thing will completely solve your doubt, your lack of clarity on what's my niche. Yes. So that was a very humble attempt, because most of you asked me, requested me, and on your public demand, I tried to make this video. I don't know how long has it gone. Uh, I try to attempt this video to solve your doubts. So if you have any doubts on this still, please ask in the comments, or you can directly ask on the IAM community group about your doubts on niche. Because, guys, niche is the foundation. If you do not have your niche very clear, and in the beginning stages itself you are keep on changing every month your niche, then you will be confusing your target audience, you will be sending confusing signals in the market, and people will see you as expert of none. So the first step is to find out your niche. Sit down. Don't say I do not have time. Yes. You don't say I do not have time. Saying I do not have time is saying that I have a time to ruin my career. So sit down, watch this video, make your notes, and do it as an exercise. Write your answers down. And after that, ask me questions. Do not ask the questions if you have not done your exercise. Yes. Please, I do not like to answer effortless questions. If you have some serious questions after doing the exercise, you have taken the effort, go ahead and ask the questions. I will. And by the way, the next video, what I'm thinking, if you really want it, I will make it on client avatar. How to find out your client avatar? Client avatar is nothing but your ICP, ideal client profile, your target audience. It's after knowing what's your niche, the next most important thing to know is who is this target audience actually. Okay, there are 6 steps to find out that. Once you do this, I find a good response that you are really working on it, my efforts are worth investing in, putting investing this time and making this video for you. Then I will also make another video tutorial for you that is on client avatar, how to exactly know who's your client, and then what kinds of posts should you put, what kind of website should you make, what kind of profile should you make based on that client avatar. So good day and take care. God bless.